Our future Hall of Famer, our FanDuel friend, four-time Super Bowl champ, studio analyst for Fox NFL Sunday, Rob Gronkowski. Rob, every podcast I listen to as I walk around Vegas is you talking about Uncrustables. Do you know that this is like every other ad in the podcast?
Really?
Do you know that?
I do. No, I mean, well, Julian and I, we did a little commercial gig together for our podcast. So it's all on the podcast stream right now. And let me tell you, the Uncrustables are delicious. They got 2 new flavors. Even Ralphie wanted some, but I didn't give any to Ralphie. If it was just the peanut butter, I would have gave some to Ralphie, but not the bread and jelly as well. See, I tricked him. I pretended that he could have it, but Uncrustables are the best. And when they became huge was when the Baltimore Ravens talked about it. What was that, training camp, that they eat like 100 or something a day, which is pretty friggin' wild.
Yeah, it is. Just like, you tricked Ralphie, just like you tricked Hamilton, who sat like a little Ralphie, like a little puppy at his TV waiting for you to say his name for Papa Shot. And Harrison, Gronk maybe doesn't like you as much as you think,
Yeah. It was a really busy night, Kay. There's so many takes. Hamilton, I am so sorry. And I truly forgot. I apologize, man. It was a tough day. It was a tough day. It wasn't a tough day. It was a long day.
Apologize to him.
It was. So I'm so sorry. Yeah. I really want those bonus points for Papa Shop. But hey, this is going to be a bonus point right here. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am currently sweating, and I got the chills. I'm so sick, and I'm back on the Kay Adams show once again. So last week, I was super busy hosting New Year's. I still came on the show. Now I'm sweating through my sheets. Because usually I recover within 24 hours. I got sick on Monday, and it's been 48 hours now. So I'm a little disappointed in myself right now that I haven't recovered yet. But I'm literally sweating right here, Hamilton. I think I deserve a bonus point for that reason already. Come on.
I mean, no bonus points will be awarded. That cancels out the misstep on New Year's Eve. So we'll be a net, because we thought about taking a point away. So I won't do that, however. But
all right. So coming on 6 saved me from getting a point taken away. So all right, that's fair. I'll take that. Thank you. I knew letting you know how I'm feeling right now was going to help me out. Thank you.
You are the best, and you don't need to apologize for anything. You absolutely crushed on New Year's. I did watch the entire 8 hours of coverage there. You knocked it out of the park, man.
It was great, and everyone's talking about the dance that we had with the party animals and Julianne Hough. So let's just get this, straight and clear. Is that everyone's like, yo, did you do that on purpose? Did you fall, or was that part of it? Well, I had to dance down a little bit, but my character was just to be a little off because I just learned it 15 minutes right before. And then all of a sudden it started pouring rain as well. So it was one of the slipperiest stages of all time. And at the end, I was supposed to put my hand down and slide with my legs first. So then I went for it, and right when I went for it to go slide legs first, I slipped, and I was about to face plant. So then I was like, oh, what am I going to do? So I just slid head first instead. So I just right on the spot, I just method acting like that.
It was so well done. And the dance, that dancing is really Vegas-y. There was a huge debate. So your ultimate ruling on that, just so I know, it was that it wasn't planned. Was planned.
It was planned to slide. I was supposed to put my hand down and slide with my legs first. But right when I was going to do the 3 steps like a run, and the first step, my leg went out on me, and I was about to face plant. So then I was like, oh, crap. So then I just slid head first instead. So I changed it on the fly like that.
And now you're sick. We got to get you healthy before the wild card weekend. There's so much going on. Thanks for being on the show. We'll get you prepped for wild card weekend, okay? And the big news of the day, hopefully you've been in bed, chicken soup, IV, all of that. John Harbaugh got fired. The biggest news. 18 seasons with the Ravens. Brian Billick was the coach before that. He's been there so long. How do you feel about that?
I got mixed emotions, definitely. I saw that news. I think it came out last night did this happen? In particular, but it's mixed reaction here. It really, really is. Because John Harbaugh is one of the best coaches out there. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. And who can you find better than John Harbaugh now for the Baltimore Ravens than himself. Like, that's the difficult part that it's going to be, is who can you go out and get, and perform better than him. But at the same time, it's understandable because, they didn't make the playoffs. They've been exiting over the last couple of years, the coaching, I don't think, was that great this year either. I think they could have won some more games if the coaching was better. I understand they had injuries. I'm talking more on the offensive side of the ball, but it's difficult, like I said, because who out there, I got to imply that once again, who out there is better than John Harbaugh for the Baltimore Ravens right now that's currently sitting out there and waiting to be a head coach? I don't know.
I'll give you a couple names.
All right.
Your friend Brian Daboll. Jesse Minter, if you want a defensive guy, sexy name right now. Steve Spagnuolo, can you lure him away from Kansas City?
I would say the best name out of that group, like Daboll, I don't think should be, contending for a head coach right now. I love Daboll, but I think he needs to go back to the offensive coordinator position and, have a good, solid 4 or 5 years again, and then have a chance, at the head coaching gig once again, with just how everything went down with the Ravens. I mean, with the Giants. And then Steve, wow, my brain, Steve Spagnuolo. I took his first name and last name and combined. Steve Spagnuolo, though, I think is the best candidate, definitely. I mean, he was a head coach prior, years ago with the Rams. I mean, I'm sure he's learned a lot from it. And what he has done with the Kansas City Chiefs defense over the last, how long has he been there for? A decade now, about?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, what he has done, I mean, the Chiefs, weren't really known for their defense. He took them to a whole nother level. I think he would be one of the most qualified to go to Baltimore. And Baltimore is not a easy place to coach either. I think you got to be kind of more of a hard ass type of a coach. It's not like you go in and you freelance and you're a super players coach. I think you need to be able to have that mentality that the city of Baltimore has as well.
Harbaugh and then there's the Harbaugh of it all. But like whoever gets that job, like they'll get the best available because everyone wants to coach Lamar. You're right away with a Super Bowl contender that has I imagine a pretty good culture in place. Like they've stability. And you get Lamar again. You get Lamar on some incredible defensive pieces like Kyle Hamilton. Harbaugh, on the other hand, he's like back in the dating world and everyone's calling like, oh, you're single, what? He's stopping everybody. All 7 coaching vacancies and counting are interested in him. If you look at this, right? Like teams that need a head coach, where do you like him?
I would say he's definitely, if he wants to be, he's 100% going to be a head coach somewhere else. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. I can see him going to New York. Giants would be a great fit for him. And possibly the Arizona Cardinals, no. Raiders, no. Coach Harbaugh is like old school type of football mentality. I don't see that happening with the Raiders. It's too, paparazzi-ish over there and too much
it's too Tom Brady.
You know what I mean? That it's the city that doesn't, go well. But the Atlanta Falcons or the New York Giants, I think, would be a great spot for Coach Harbaugh. Especially the Giants, the big market, he can handle it. It's New York. I think that if he goes there, that would be, pretty epic for the NFL.
I think so too. I think it's kind of that or bust. The Giants better go get him. That'll be seen as a huge, huge failure. Belichick was asked about coming back to the NFL. He told Jim Gray, quote, "Nothing's changed." So are we just, is he ever coming back?
Well, that's good because I want to see him have another year at UNC because it would be very hard to justify his last year, which is his first season. I want to see what type of college coach he really is and how he can make his adjustments after year one. And if he goes right to the NFL after year one at UNC, then, I mean, it'll be unknown for the rest of our lives how he could have possibly done with a year of experience and understanding everything now and then going into year two. So I'm glad he's staying at UNC because I want to see, that growth. I want to see what they do, after being there for a solid year now. But in the end, if he does well at UNC, I think he should get, does well next year coming up. I think he should get another shot, in the NFL, but he has to do well over the next year or two at UNC.
He'd be an interesting Giants, like in that mentality. He's definitely Belichick's not a Vegas glitzy, glammy pop, or is he? I don't know.
No, no,
Listen,
and
I don't know that we know Belichick. It's a different Belichick.
Tom and Bill, they're not clashing again like that.
I don't
You
know.
know,
That would be
yeah,
wild.
no,
So
it
who's
would
the
be
kind of
wild.
coach? Who's the like? Give me even names. So here's the names that I'm hearing. They're not glitzy, glammy paparazzi names for Pete Carroll's vacant like that spot. The GM, Mr. Spytek, and Tom are doing the hiring. Who's a good fit for this Raiders team?
Yeah, well, I'm not lying, Kay. We just talked about Pete Carroll. Like I thought he was perfect for the Raiders, but unfortunately, I feel like his time is expired as a head coach. Obviously, it showed this year as well. Like being in Vegas, just his personality and everything. I thought he was the guy, but it didn't go that way. But I would say overall, I really haven't thought about it. Like I said,
Can I
I
give
don't
you the
really know.
names?
You
Sorry, I
can
should
give
have
me some
given.
names.
Well,
I
Daboll's
also
one. Daboll is OC. I like.
Yes,
A lot.
Daboll is OC. I really think Daboll, like I said, the glitz and glamorous of Vegas, I think he would fit perfect in Vegas as the offensive coordinator, no matter who the coach is.
What do you make of Brian Flores as the head coach?
I think that's pretty solid.
Tom Brady hire?
Yes. I would say that would be a pretty solid candidate. I think Brian Flores definitely deserves another chance now. I like these guys that were head coaches before. It didn't really work out. There was a little success, and then they go off, they get fired or mutual respect of leaving, and then they go become coordinators again. And then you learn, about the time that you were a head coach, and then you have some time to heal. And that's where Brian Flores is right now. I mean, he was a phenomenal defensive coordinator over the last years for the Minnesota Vikings. So I think he's a high quality candidate. I think he just needs to go through the interview process and see, where Spytek and Tom's, heads are at to see what type of coach they want and see if he fits their mold.
I have a weird feeling, or I could see. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, like that Cliff left the Commanders.
Yeah, that was shocking to me because I thought Cliff was going to be in contention for some head coaches eventually, and then he left the Commanders. But I don't know enough. Was it mutually agreed upon to leave? Was he fired?
I think it was beautifully,
yes.
Beautiful breakup. Go our separate ways. I can't imagine. I mean, I could see Tom hiring his guy. Just why not?
Yes, I can see Cliff. I thought he was going to be in contention for head coaches. I don't know what happened in Washington. I just saw the news real quick, and I was like, "Whoa, that's a shocker right there."
Right? He can be the head coach, Gronk. Like Tom can give him an interview.
Yes, 100%. Tom and Spytek need an interview at least 8 to 10 coaches. Like they got to go through the whole entire process. I mean, and Cliff Kingsbury definitely needs to be one of the guys in the process as well because they need to bring offense to the Raiders. They got those players. They got Gentry. They got Bowers as well. They got young talent. But most importantly, the Raiders need an offensive line. I think they were absolutely horrendous this year with their line. So they got to go out there and get some linemen. But they also need an offensive guru, at the head coach position, or at least bring an offensive guru in, at the offensive coordinator position, like a guy that is super established, like who we just talked about, Cliff.
They're going to have a rookie quarterback, Gronk.
Yeah, they will. They got the first pick in the draft, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, okay. Look at my shirt. I'm sweating right now. Holy crap.
Yeah,
I told you guys, Hamilton, that's a freaking bonus point.
You need to get some water.
That's a bonus point, dude. I told you. Holy crap.
Drink
bonus
some
points for sweat.
I'm grossed out. But what a gamer
over
you
here.
are. What a gamer you are, Gronk. Gronk's one game.
What was the question? You're right. What was the question? I wasn't ignoring it.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of who the coach. Like, I think Cliff mutually leaves because there's like a great gig that he's gonna get. That's what I think. And then like Raiders
possibly.
Is interesting. Like, I just think it needs to be somebody who is gonna have a rookie and like passes Tom Brady's.
Oh, that's what we were talking about. Yeah, the Raiders had the first pick in the draft. Yeah. Are they gonna go get the guy from Indiana? if they do, I mean, they need someone to develop him. And there's all so young over there. That offense should be firing on all cylinders. Give them a year or two. Give them 2 years, actually, because it will be a rookie quarterback. But they need to bring in someone that knows how to develop a young quarterback as well, but also, use all the weapons around them. They should be lethal in 2 years.
So is that Flores, a defensive-minded guy that's, you know what I mean? Like, then I don't know.
Well, if they bring in Flores...
Call Tom and tell Tom, right now, let's just FaceTime him. And then we can say, Tom, she's not asking any of the questions she could ask. So you're welcome. And we'll just ask the questions about who you're looking for. What's interesting to you? You got to find out and come report back.
Yeah. Tom has a lot of things he's looking for in the football world, and we'll just say and football world as well. So we'll just leave it at that. Double football world.
Drink some water. Oh my God. Drink some water. We'll be back.